Hello everyone, welcome back to another AP Physics 1 Kinematics review problem. Today we'll be going over question 13 in the MIT AP Physics 1 workbook, which will be in the description down below for you guys to follow along. And with that being said, let's go with question 13. It says, which of the following pairs of graphs shows the distance traveled versus time and the speed versus time for an object uniformly accelerated from rest? So based off what this question is asking, we're going to have these set of graphs A, B, C, and D, which all vary a little. So just deciphering this question one by one, we can see that a distance traveled versus time and a speed versus time, and it's asking for an uniformly accelerated object. So if we remember, guys, that a uniformly accelerated object is an object that has a constant acceleration. And if we remember that a distance versus time graph, that the slope is equal to the velocity, and that the slope of a velocity versus time graph, the slope of that is acceleration. And knowing that, we should have a constantly accelerating object. So first thing we can do is just look at our velocity versus time graph. Since the velocity versus time graph's slope is acceleration, we're going to look at one object that has a constant increasing velocity. And the increasing velocity would mean a constant slope, so it would have just a straight line. So doing that, we can just go through all our answer choices and start crossing out which ones don't have a constant line. Choice A has a constant line, so we can keep choice A. Choice B has a curved line, so we can automatically cancel out choice B. Choice C has a curved line also, so we can cross out choice C. And then choice D has a straight line, so we can keep choice D. So now, the next thing to look at is our distance graphs. Now, the main difference between choice A and choice D is that choice A's distance graph goes up and levels out, and choice D graphs starts off slowly and then increases gradually. Well, one thing we know is that the second derivative of the distance versus time graph is going to be the acceleration. So the acceleration is going to be the slope of the velocity line. So knowing that, we're going to have it increasing over time, because as you take the slope of it, of an increasing velocity, it's going to keep increasing over and over and over. If we had this curved graph that A does, that means something is inhibiting our object from going further, causing it to stop. But nowhere in the problem does it say that there's something inhibiting the object from going further. Knowing that, we can go ahead and say choice D is our answer, because choice D has the object going further and further and further with less time. That's why it becomes more vertical, because as less time goes over, it travels farther, meaning that has an even greater speed, which backs up our velocity graph. But this downward curve means that it's starting to slow down and it's covering the same distance in the shorter distance, in the same amount of time, meaning that the speed should be actually decreasing, or there should be something inhibiting it from going off. So that leads us to choice D as our correct answer. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you guys found anything confusing or would like me to elaborate more, please comment down below, and remember to enjoy life.